Hello, this is Megan.
And this is Mark.
Welcome to our 17th video journal of Avengers Campus construction at Disney California Adventure. Today's February 13th, 2020.
As you can see, the red paneling that was placed on the sidewall of the SpiderMan show building have been removed. This is what it looked like 5 days ago, and I'll dissolve the picture back to what it looks like today. Notice that additional wall membrane segments have been added to the wall. I'll go ahead and highlight them in yellow. This area that they're adding the additional segments is where the panels were attached. So basically, areas where holes were drilled into the wall. They still have a few areas to add them, as you can see, but it is coming along. Now if we dissolve the picture back to when the panels were installed, we can see that the strips that they're putting up overlaps with the sides of the panels. This is where they were fastened into place. The workers we see here are applying a sealant to adhere the two layers of membranes together, making it airtight. Next, if we focus our attention to the left side of the show building, a worker is adding an additional piece to one of the antennas. Now he's attaching it into place. Next, we'll look at the backstage building that is being made behind Cars Land. The scrim that was covering the sidewall has been removed, and as you can see, wall sheathing has been put up, and they're in the process of adding a gray coating on top of it. The coating will make the sheathing waterproof and airtight. Not only will this coating make the wall airtight and highly resistant to water penetration, it also increases the energy efficiency of the building. Also notice there's an air handler on top of the building in the process of being installed for the HVAC system. Here are workers adding the coating to the sheathing. This part of the building can be recognized on the scrim that was taken down. Alright, now if we focus our attention towards the headquarters building, we can see in front of the building, concrete forms are being put up to create a wall. And this wall could be a dividing wall between the lands, or it could be the headquarters building expanding out, or possibly both. Here's a view of part of it from Pixar Palaround. At the D23 Expo, a model was displayed of the Avengers Campus layout, as we see here. We're looking from this direction from Cars Land, and it's possible we're looking at this wall. If so, it appears that we're looking at this part of the building expanding out. And this part of the building will eventually be the entrance to the Avengers e-ticket attraction. It is possible the wall that we see in the concept art will remain there until the e-ticket attraction opens. Notice here, it looks like fast pass entry points. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now if we go back to the headquarters building, notice that a wall membrane has been added to the wall sheathing of the building. And this area can be recognized on the concept art.
Today's February 15th, 2020.
As you can see, a new layer has been added over the wall membrane. This is what it looked like 2 days ago, and I'll dissolve the picture back to what it looks like today. This Tyvek weather barrier will help control air and water intrusion in the walls. What's great about Tyvek is that it's a non-perforated, non-woven product with microscopic pores that are so small that it still maintains an excellent air and water holdout. However, Tyvek can still breathe, which is essential for letting moisture vapor get out of the walls. Next, if we look at the behind the scenes building, we can see that the scrim has been put up again. Now if we look at the antennas of the SpiderMan building, we can see that some of the antenna components have serial numbers associated with them. It's really cool, this alphanumeric combination actually reads as Great Responsibility. And this saying is well known in the Spider-Man universe. Probably the most well-known quote is from the 2002 Spider-Man movie. Uncle Ben tells Peter Parker, "With great power comes great responsibility." However, Spider-Man's debut comic, Amazing Fantasy 15, is where this saying first appears. It is not spoken by any characters. In fact, Ben has only 2 lines in the entire comic. The original version of the phrase appears as a narrative caption in the comic's last panel, rather than as spoken dialogue. It reads, "With great power, there must also come great responsibility." This phrase is really appropriate, and it comes from the very beginning, from the debut of Spider-Man. It is really a nice added touch. If you look closely, there are other serial numbers posted in different areas. These might have a meaning as well, or maybe not. Unfortunately, from our angle, we can only see them partially. If anyone can figure them out, let us know in the comment section. It'd be really cool to know.
Today is February 17th, 2020.
Workers are adding bricks to the sidewall of the building. Now if we go to the concept art, I'll point to the area where they're adding the bricks. Cement is being added to the back of the bricks, which is commonly referred to as the bond coat. Now the brick is being placed on the wall. Notice that spacers are being added between the bricks for alignment. And eventually these spacers will be removed and the cement will be added between the bricks. This type of brick is called thin brick veneer. One great thing about this type is that it's a fraction of the weight of regular bricks, and you don't need a lower bound foundation to support it on. And it gives you the exact look as thick, heavy bricks. We'll go ahead and continue watching them for a little bit. Well, that's a taste of things to come.
We can't wait to see what they build next.